Well, hello again. It's Burn Hazard, and it's still the 22nd, but I got in the mood to post another video since I've been grinding out island expeditions for the past few hours waiting for the stress test. And pretty much it still fascinates and shocks and horrifies and completely annoys me that people do not know how to do islands yet. All this time, over 9 months of, hey, we've done island expeditions. Oh, well, guess what? We're doing them wrong. Oh no, correct this. And people still have no clue. So, yes, I had to post this. So that's why we're doing the recording, waiting for the stress test to come out. Got my main man, Dak. That's his druid. He's also the one I'm going to be part duoing with in Classic. So yeah, we're hitting up islands, killing time, doing stuff, and the main thing is, how do you get this wrong? After so many different people who, are more popular channels, the main track streamers, all this stuff, you still get islands wrong? I understand, using islands to level. And those pop-ups are annoying. I hate those. I wish you could turn them off. But it's not the amount of mobs you kill, it's the type of mobs you kill. The rares, the elites. If you're trying to level, guess what? Rares and elites give you 3 times the amount of XP per kill that you get from the regular, mobs that you find scattered around. We do not go after chests. We do not mine the azurite nodes. We go after the rares. They are what increases your chances of obtaining a pet, a mount, or a piece of gear like the Dragon Rider's chest piece. I know that in particular is a very hot item because of the fact that it literally just tattoos your chest and shoulders. It goes for anywhere from 200 to 300k gold on my server, Warm Rest Accord. And yeah, it's a very popular item. It drops from these instances. And I can understand, like, these mobs got pulled. It's this particular island that we're on is so tightly encompassed that you can't help but pull some mobs, but try and focus on the rares primarily. Literally, with the doubloon boosts that you can purchase, every week it's a different vendor, different type of item you can purchase. There's usually 2 to 3, sometimes 4 options. They make these so fast, so easy. It's just ridiculous. And I just recently found out today, earlier doing these, that if you purchase the same types of items from both Horde and Alliance, like the Deep Forge plating buff I have right now came from Alliance, the Blackrock plating came from the Horde, and they both physical damage taken reduced by 30%. That's a 60% physical damage reduction. I know there's bandages like Lightforged. There's some sort of Lightforged bandage you can purchase from Alliance side. I haven't really checked out the Horde sides before. There are spearmint gum items. There are brews you can get from the Pandaren. All of these items stack, and since they're BOA or bind on account, you can literally purchase them and send them to your your alts to hold and send them back. Every week there's at least one item that you can get a hold of that will help you out. Apparently the 2 items, Horde and Alliance stuff, stack, so that's even better bonus, especially handy for mythics. I have not yet gotten into a PvP there he is. PvP island expedition because they're just not that popular apparently, and not many people do them. But yeah, it's just people, how hard is it? Go after the rares. Nothing but rares. Rares. And no, they're going after inconsequential mobs that don't give practically any XP at all. How the heck do I get to that rare? Is it down the pit? I'll bet you it's in the pit. And it's been over 9 months. There have been hundreds, at least 100 different videos from the popular channels on YouTube, streamers, that tell you, how to properly do these things, and people are still not doing them correctly. How? I mean, literally, how hard is it? But that's pretty much exactly why a lot of my friends stopped playing WoW, because it's all about the burn it down. There's no strategy. There's no, requirement to actually use your head and adapt to stuff. You just run in, you burn it down, and that's that. It's all about winning, 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 and all about the money, money, money. So yeah, if you do islands, use your dubs. I know that I personally have been torn between using the dubs for the items or for the reputation items to get the Admiralty rep and whatnot for unlocking the allied races and so forth. It's just, if you're going to do these, do them correctly. You could be getting so much. I mean, I personally, what I was mentioning earlier was the Dragon Rider armor, the chest piece. I've actually gotten 2 of those now. And I'm holding on to them because I am planning on using one for, a friend, and then using the other for personal items uses, but I'm not exactly sure. If I get a 3rd one, then yeah, I'll do that, but I'm just kind of holding on to both of them. I have not, soulbound. I have not equipped either of them. They're just sitting on alt, waiting for me to decide what exactly I'm going to do with them, but, that's a very handy amount of cash, gold, if I choose to, well, that's new, to me at least, if I choose to, go after, to sell them and whatnot. Huh, never had that portal happen before. But yeah, island expeditions, they're not the worst thing that Blizzard has ever done, contrary to what a lot of people say. It's just that you're not doing them correctly at all. Leveling up, focus on the rares and the elites. Simple. The winning is not the goal in these things, and it's just so sad that literally winning has become the only purpose for playing the game. Not for friends, not for social stuff, just the winning. Yeah, not at all what it's supposed to be, and can't wait for Classic. And the stress test for me is in 2 hours. This is, I have it set to local time, so don't worry, you're not missing out if you're watching this. It'll take about 30 minutes to upload and post. But yeah, so still a couple hours to go for me, and for other people. Can't wait, cannot wait. And at least this way I'm distracted without completely ruining some of my remaining friends. Can't wait. And yeah, if you do go after purely, the rares and whatnot, stop the horde every so often, or, the opposite faction, I'm on alliance, so yeah, stopping horde. Literally, look at that. It's barely even 10 minutes and our island is done. We still had a few rares. I've actually had several islands where we run out of rares. We do the base rares, then we, have the ones that get added throughout the expedition's progress. But we've wiped all those out, and we literally fell back on having to gather chests, gather nodes. We've done the portals. Usually the last thing we do is the portals on those, and then, yeah, we went and killed the opposite faction to finish it up, wrap it up, and the islands literally can be cut down in time to 10 minutes, if that. This one was under 10 minutes. I've had others that lasted barely even 6 minutes because they were so fast. And it's just, you go after the rares. You try to go around the mobs, but you kill the ones you do, pull by face pull or accident. You do that, you ignore the chests, you ignore the azurite nodes, you don't mine them, and pretty much you will be ahead of the game. You will be able to win. It doesn't really matter what level you are as long as you know what to focus on and don't try to pull, hundreds of mobs at once. But yeah, islands I find are extremely fun, and yes, you are actually seeing the freezing because I'm not sure if it's the satellite internet that I work with or if it's the graphics processor. I'm thinking it's a bit of both, but primarily the driver, processor, whatever it is. Still plan on having that looked at, but yeah, this is kind of the lag issues and the hiccups I have to deal with around Borealis Harbor on Alliance side, but it's not too bad. The loading screens aren't too bad. So far, I have not gotten an instance, transfer board instance not found for a while now. I have gotten it a lot on the low pop, no pop servers. I have a couple of tunes on one or two of those from way back when we had Twink guilds, and yeah, that happens a lot more just because the things are, oh, good. The things are not populated enough that there's like, I think I'll wait on that actually for them to finish. There's just no population, so the servers, I don't know how the sharding or the layering or the whatever server combination works anymore, but yeah, I can see why there are so few people in those servers. Anyhow, back to the islands. Yeah, focus on the rares, focus on the quests. I know that we skipped a lot of the little quest things, and you can usually get done under 10 minutes if you focus on that sort of stuff. Take down the opposing factions NPCs when you can, and definitely get all of the doubloon offered items each week. Get extras, mail them off. If you have the Katie's stamp whistle, which is a toy you can get from Legion if you find the Postmaster quest. It's a little envelope on the ground near any mailbox within Dalaran, Legion Dalaran. You can start that quest. At the end of the quest chain, you will get that little toy, and pretty much you call Katie an image of Katie Stamp Whistle, which is a little gnome that looks like a pink ghost. She will act as a mailbox if you're not an engineer that has one of those dropped ones. And you can literally drop her in the instance and, be buying the limit. Like on this, it says unique. On the shieldings, they were like 5. You can buy them, literally click on her, mail them to an alt, go back to buy some more and mail. I wouldn't recommend doing it too long unless people know what you're doing. Otherwise, you might get kicked. Excuse me. People still do kick you if you do not, let them know what's going on. But they're usually understanding if you only spend like a minute or two doing this. So yeah, just like I said, purchase them, both Horde and Alliance. Apparently the same items from the 2 different factions do stack. Those shields especially, 60% reduction of physical damage. How can you not love that? The engineered spyglass is one thing. It instantly detects all sources of azurite. Now that would probably not stack, you wouldn't want to stack, but get those and use them as often as you can. And since I'm approaching the 15-minute mark, I will end this by saying, oh, so stoked, stress test coming up. Take care, and I hope to see you there. I will probably be Alliance side, so sorry, Horde. I'll get back to you later.